What's going on, guys? Matthew Moniz here, and right in front of me I have the MSI GF63 budget gaming laptop. It retails for about $1,000 and it nets you an i7-8750H and a GTX 1050 Ti Max Q. But is it worth it? Let's find out. MSI did a fantastic job with the design. They created a gaming laptop that doesn't look like something tacky. It's clean, it's black. I love the brushed aluminum. It gives it a nice feel on top. You have the MSI logo in the middle. The deck is metal and the bottom is made out of plastic. Now, the big thing about this laptop is the weight. This is a 4-pound gaming laptop. To put that in perspective, most gaming laptops go anywhere from 5 to 8 pounds depending on the size. This is pretty much lighter than the Dell XPS 15, making this a great option for a student who's carrying a laptop all day but yet wants to game on the go. For ports, on the left-hand side, you have a USB 3.0 port, your barrel connector to keep this thing powered. On the back, you have a full-size HDMI port, and on the right-hand side, you have a RJ45 jack, USB Type-C, which is not Thunderbolt 3, 2 more USB 3.0 ports, and your audio in, and your headphone jack. Inside, you have a 2.5-inch hard drive. It is slow. It's 1 terabyte, but what I would do is either swap it out for regular SSD or utilize the second space for an M2 NVMe drive. I would put that in instead because you're gonna get faster boot times and load times when you're launching your programs. It will significantly increase the speed of this laptop. The next thing is the 2 RAM slots. You can put up to 32 gigabytes inside of here. You have a 51 watt-hour battery, which got me around 5.5 to 6 hours of use before needing to charge, and that's just doing general productivity stuff. You have 3 heat pipes and 1 fan. Now, a lot of you are probably saying, Matt, 1 fan, this laptop is not gonna keep cooled, but we'll talk about heat management a little bit later. I think you guys are gonna be surprised. This display is 15 inches, it's IPS, and it's only 60 Hertz. It's not the best display for content creation. It is slightly better than the Lenovo Y530, but it's obviously not as good as the Acer Predator Helios 300. For gaming, it's fine. I didn't have any major issues. Contrast levels are fine. Just don't expect to create content on it. Keyboard. This thing is terrible. Probably one of the worst keyboards I've used this year. There's tons of keyboard flex. It feels super soft. Key travel distance, it's low. Honestly, it feels like I'm poking on an overweight Teletubby. Now, you do have some red backlighting, so that's kind of nice. It's not RGB, and no, you cannot change the colors. And because they had to squish it into a smaller form factor, you're not gonna get a numeric keypad. Touchpad, good size. It's decent. It is plastic, but it is using Windows Precision drivers, so overall, no complaints there. Sound coming out of 2 2-watt speakers on the bottom of the device. They're nothing special. They're not going to fill up a room. Again, if you're taking this on the go, my suggestion is to carry a good pair of headphones. Now let's talk performance. Some sacrifices had to be made in order to make a gaming laptop at this weight. Look, you still have the i7-8750H, which is great for gaming and of course streaming at the same time, but they had to reduce the GPU from a full-size 1050 Ti to a 1050 Ti Max Q in order to reduce the heat. If you're curious how the 1050 Ti Max Q performs, think about its performance between a regular 1050 and a full-size 1050 Ti. That means you can game comfortably on medium settings, sometimes pushing high depending on the game. So games like Overwatch or FORTNITE, you can totally do it. But overall, most of the time, graphics settings are going to be set to medium. In fact, I did a whole Twitch stream showing all the games I played on this laptop, and in between that, I also showed heat management. Now, since we're talking about heat, this laptop had me concerned because it has 1 fan, but overall, I was super impressed. It did thermal throttle a little bit every once in a while, but overall, it kept the CPU temperatures below 90 degrees Celsius. It still boosted well above 3 gigahertz, and overall did a really good job for a single fan. In fact, it actually did better than some of the more expensive gaming laptops that retail for around $1,200. Noise, you can expect it to be good because again, we're utilizing 1 fan. When the laptop is idle, decibels are pretty good. When it's under full load, you can definitely hear the fans, but it's nowhere near as loud as, let's say, something like the Acer Predator Helios 300 or the HP Omen 15. So here are my closing thoughts. The GF63 is a great budget gaming laptop. It does sacrifice some performance for portability, but if you're carrying this every day with you and you love to game, this is a very attractive option. Now, if you do buy this, swap out that hard drive for an SSD or buy an M2 NVMe SSD. It will significantly increase the speed of this laptop. Heat management with one fan is fantastic. The only complaint that I really have is the build quality, especially that keyboard. It is very mushy. So let me know your thoughts of the GF63 in the comments below. If you have any questions, hit me up on Discord. I'd be happy to answer them. Follow me on Instagram for some behind the scenes. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see everybody in the next video.